Hey everyone, welcome back to Screen Time Chronicles Podcast, your go-to source for the latest in world events, relationships, health, and celebrity news. I'm your host, Screen Time Amon, and each week we'll bring you the stories that matter the most, diving into everything from global headlines to the latest trends shaping our lives. So whether you're tuning in for the drama, the facts, or the laughs, we got you covered. Let's get started. Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm your host, Screen Time Amon. Hey, it's been a great day. You already know where I'm going at with this. Yes, I am. I gotta say it, man. Congratulations to Shedeur Sanders. Yes, let's give him a round of applause. We're gonna celebrate with him. Let's get a round of applause. We're gonna see you over there celebrating with his family. I am so happy he made it today. We already know what time it is, but we gotta give him a round of applause because he made it today. He made it. I'm not mad with him. I'm happy for him. We got a lot to talk about right now because this has been a long weekend and they knew the NFL, I'm gonna say the NFL had it planned. They already knew that they were gonna sit him down this long. They already had it planned. They already know what was going on. They wanted to, try to set an example. You know what I mean? It's funny how things work. But today, God got the better hand. God always has the upper hand. Let me say that. God has the upper hand because he allowed Shedeur Sanders to be welcomed into the NFL. Let's give a round of applause. Yes, he did. You know, people want to hate, people mad, people want to say so much right now. But we're thankful. I know I am. I'm a fan. I'm a fan. I don't care what anybody say. I'm a fan. I like the young guy. I know he has potential. Could he be better? Of course. But let's give the man his props. Sanders is not a bum for real. The young fella, he can run, he can throw, he can read the field. Most of them people that was drafted today or yesterday, I'm not knocking them because those are good players. The people that's in the upper hand, the higher power, let me say, the higher power, those are the people that's hating. They didn't want the Sanders in the game. You better believe it. Man, you know how many knees are probably shaking right now because he done made it. And we gotta look at this because this is the first step. This is the first step. We have to look at this. This is the first step. This is not an easy process that he's gonna go through. We already know that. It's going to be a long ride. This is just the first step to get in. So we're gonna have to take this ride with him, and we're gonna have to keep praying for this young fella because I want to see him win. I hope everybody else want to see him win. I want to see him win. I don't want to see him, kick to the curb. Let him go in there, try out, give him a fair shake. Because see, to me, you know what I mean. I'm gonna really say this. I think on my end of it, my thoughts and my opinion right now, I think it's a setup. You know why I think it's a setup? Cleveland Browns, they had already picked up a quarterback, Dylan Gabriel, in the third round before they picked up Sanders. Now, my opinion is they already have Deshaun Watson. They already have Joe Flacco. And the other guy, Kenny Pickett. I haven't put a picture up of him, but they already got 3 quarterbacks, plus the young gentleman they just picked up before they picked up Sanders. Now they want Sanders to come in there and compete. So my thing is, do you think, this is my opinion, this is how I feel, do you think that they just bringing him on to be a laughing stock? Do you think that they're trying to bring him down? What is your opinion? Do you really think that Cleveland Browns had the opportunity to pick him up in the first round. They waited all the way to the 5th round. Now, Sanders is not the first QB that got picked in the 5th round and had to wait. There's others that Dan Marino, I think he was one. Of course, you got your boy Lamar Jackson down in Baltimore. He's down there. He was picked in the late rounds, and look where he's at. He's a phenomenal football player. Come on, he's a phenomenal football player. And they thought that he was going to be washed up. And look where he's at right now. You can't even take Lamar Jackson out of the picture now. He's one of the elite quarterbacks in the game. If I'm lying, you tell me right now. He's one of the elites. He's one of the best. So in my opinion, I'm thinking it's a setup, because they're trying to still break them. Everybody's trying to figure out how they can break them. One, you let them in the game. That was your problem. I want to know if you really agree with how they handle it. Or if you don't, please give me a call, 202-573-8632. That's 202-573-8632. Please call in. Give me your opinion. We can't talk long because there might be other people calling. I'll give you a fair chance. We'll hear you out. I want to hear your opinions. I want to hear if you don't like it, you can gladly say it. I don't have a problem with it. But it's good to know other people's opinion. That's what we're here for on the Screen Time Chronicles podcast. That's what we're here for. We want to hear everything, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Because it's not always good, it's not always bad. But it's always something, That's what it is out here. It's always something. But I have to give it a round of applause because I'm very happy today that young man has gotten to the NFL. He got picked. Now, like I said, it's gonna be a situation where they might not start him right away because once again, like I said, they got Deshaun Watson up there. They got Joey Flacco up there. I don't get it. They should have released one of them. They should have traded one of them. From what I understand, I don't even think they want Deshaun Watson up there. And I don't think they want him, but they got him because I don't know what the Browns are really thinking. I'm not feeling the pick, but I'm just glad he's in there. So if you feel differently, let me know. I want to know. Somebody please tell me what you think because I don't like it, but I accept it because it's not me playing. He's playing. I'm glad he's in because you got to start somewhere. It's not going to always be what you want when you want it. You know what I mean? But what I'm thankful of is he made it in the draft. Let's give him a round of applause. That's all I need to hear. Give him a round of applause. It's a big thing to me. I really, really feel good because, underdogs are always looked at sideways. When you have a whole bunch of people, that's just like, let me go here. That's just like when you're in a group of people, all y'all run together all day long. Then the one person, he or she may be the noticeable one. Okay. They might got the most popularity out of the group. That one person, that popularity person is a snake. They treat you wrong, but then they get everybody else to turn against you, and you never done anything else to the rest of the crew, but the rest of the crew is following the popularity instead of following the person who's right. We see that every day. We see that all the time. That's why people now are making their circle very small. That's why I feel that the Sanders, they don't allow everybody in their circle. And I love that Deion is doing what he's doing. I mean, you can't take nothing from him. I love it. And you know what? I know for a fact, man, this man right here, let me tell you this. Deion Sanders, I mean, what can you expect? What can you expect? He's smiling all the way to the bank right now. Whatever game plan he has, He's on it. He has a game plan right now that you can't stop. And it's gonna be amazing. He just has to sit back, let them do what he's doing right now. Deion has a game plan. People are mad because he really didn't allow his son to go to certain teams. I didn't want to say nothing to he got in. Deion didn't allow his son to go to certain teams. There was a reason. Those teams didn't earn the respect like they should. You got to earn everything, man. That goes for both parties. I don't care if you had $1 million. If you don't respect me, I'm not going to respect you. And that's just that simple. If you don't respect me, I'm not going to respect you. We need that, and that's what. Look at him. He's smiling all the way to the bank right now. And it's not about the money. You know, they try to throw that out there. Oh, it's about the money. I mean, you want to get paid for your worth, right? Am I wrong? What's wrong with him wanting to get paid for his work? Because when you sign that contract to be a sports analysis or a coach or whatever, you want to get paid for your worth, right? So what is wrong with Deion wanting to see his kids be successful and get paid for their worth? They're not just sitting there. Let me grab this call and let's see what's going on.
December 23rd, 15. To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail.
Hello, caller.
Hey, I'm calling in about the Shedeur Sanders situation.
Okay.
I'm glad he got drafted, right? But at the same time, even though he did go to the Browns, they did bring him in. They were still part of the game that were played. So it's like, yeah, I'm happy that he's part of the NFL, that he has a seat at the table, but still at what price? What would have really been impressive to me would have been if they would have recognized him for his talent and brought him in on the first round. But they're part of that same old mess like the rest of them.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that Deion, because he knows the game from the inside and knows the mess behind the curtain, he's going to let Shedeur keep this deal, but he's going to be watching them with everything that he's got to make sure that young man gets play time. Because the worst thing that could happen is they bring him in and then bench him just to continue to make a point.
I totally agree. I totally agree with that. I think that's what they were worried about, was that he screens everything. You know, and that's funny. Screen Time Chronicles. Wow, whoa, that was a little blast right there. But yes, he screens everything, and he makes sure that all the T's are crossed, the I's are dotted, and they don't like that. They don't like that. I agree that they're playing the game, and now they have to stand up to it. So if they make mistakes, Cleveland Brown is going to regret it if they do something wrong. They're going to regret it. They're going to be the laughing stock if they treat this young guy wrong and don't give him the real chance, 100% chance to compete for that starting quarterback position. I think it's out of there.
Yeah. It's not just the fact that he got brought into the team. It's what the contract says.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? It's how much is he getting paid compared to the other people in his class that draft class?
Mm-hmm.
How much is he getting paid? Is there a field requirement that they put into that contract where he has to play X amount of games, especially since, you know, I have to admit, I've been following this on the internet. The Browns added 4 quarterbacks this offseason: Sanders, Gabrielle, Joe Flacco, and Kenny Pickett.
Right.
You know, so they've got a heck of a bench, and how are all these guys going to get play time?
That's the $1 million question right there. Because I was told that they really don't want Deshaun Watson up there. But he's there. They didn't get rid of Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco is the vet. And this Kenny Pickett,
Yeah.
I'm not sure about him. I'm not really familiar with that guy, but they just picked up on the third round. They picked up the QB Dylan Gabriel. I don't understand that.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like, y'all don't have no other positions that y'all trying to fill. I mean, to me, it's, yeah, he got picked up, but I don't trust it.
I don't
really
trust
don't.
it either, Carla. I really don't. I think it's a setup, but we will see. Hopefully I'm wrong because I'm not always right. Hopefully I'm wrong about this, and I think it's a setup to try to make him fail or try to break him, and then they get rid of him to where maybe another team or teams won't pick him up because they're gonna think he wants too much. I don't think. I just think it's something is not right.
Yeah.
Something totally not right.
Yeah, I'm just looking at this with another through another lens as well, because all of them were just tied into it too much from the beginning.
Correct.
And with all this mess, the way this went down, and for them just to pick him up like this with a bench that's already stacked, like I said, I don't trust it. But I will defer to his father, who knows the NFL a lot better than I. And I'm sure that he's got his lawyers and his people on standby to make sure that contract is tight, to make sure that young man gets play time.
I agree.
So
they're gonna have to play it by the book. They can't miss anything. And everybody's all the eyes worldwide is on the Cleveland Browns right now. Even if you don't like the Cleveland Browns, I'm not a Cleveland Brown fan. I'll never be that, but I'm going to support Shedeur Steve Sanders. I'm going to support him. But I'm not a fan of the Browns, but I will watch more of their games this year.
Yeah, I want to see the young man play because I know he can.
Yes,
and I want him to have that opportunity. Even Skip Bayless, who I don't often agree with, he released a video today. He thought that Shedeur was going to go in the first round.
Well,
and he was really surprised. Not to say that the rest of us didn't think that he would go in the first round, but to have him be so vocal. There's a video on TikTok where this man is just, like I said, I don't agree with a lot of what he says, but he was very vocal as to why he should have gone in the first round.
Well, I agree with
and
that.
And it just shows the travesty of what happened.
Yes, that's true. Skip can have his days. He has his good days and his bad days. I don't agree with a lot of that stuff either. Mm-hmm. But here's a shocker, and I gotta admit it. Trump called the NFL owners stupid for not taking Sanders in the first round. So I'm happy about that. For once, he said something positive this year that I like, that I can agree with. That's crazy. He said it, so I applaud him for that. But I'm not gonna give him no claps on this. But for once, I agree with him this year. He had said that the NFL owners are stupid for not taking Sanders in the first round. I agree with him.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's terrible.
It's terrible.
And I'm not a fan of Trump's either. But for one, like they say, a broken clock is right at least twice a day. So we'll give him that.
I totally agree. But thank you, caller, for calling in. I appreciate it. Please like, subscribe, and share the Screen Time Chronicles YouTube channel. Please like, subscribe, and share. Thank you for calling in.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye. There you have it. You just heard the young lady speak her opinion. She has some valid points. If you want to call in, please call in 202-573-8632. Let me know what's going on. You see Dion smiling up there. Yeah, you see it. I'm happy for him. He's smiling. He's smiling. You better believe they smiling. The whole family probably up there smiling. I don't know where they at. If they up in Colorado, wherever they at, they having a great time right now. So if you want to call in and voice your opinion, 202-573-8632. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you think, how do you feel about Shedeur going to the Cleveland Browns? Do you think that's a good fit for him? Do you think it's a setup? Because I think it's a setup, but I could be wrong. He has to fight. He has to battle just like anybody else, which that's what I'm expecting him to do. He knows how to fight with challenges. He's been there. He's done it. When they canceled him out up there, when they went to Colorado, him, Dion, all them guys went over there. They thought the Colorado bus was not going to make it. And look what they turned out to be for the first 2 years. Woo, they did an excellent job up there. Even though they ain't win the championship, they still was competitors. They competed the right way. They went to a high level. They took Colorado Buffs to another standard where they used to be at back in the 80s. And I love it. Can't nobody tell me anything. And you know what I'm gonna do? And this is another thing. You know, you gotta look at the things that they try to do, the sideline, these young gentlemen. You know, I wish that caller that called in earlier today, I wish he would have caught on and called in today. I don't know if he can make it, but I want to know his opinion on what he's seen now that Shedeur Sanders has made it. I want to see what he has to say, because he had some valid points earlier this morning. But if you want to, please call in 202-573-8632. We're having a good discussion on this. I am so happy. I was going to talk about other things, but I'm going to talk about this before I go, because I am excited. I am very excited. Look at Dion smiling, man. Y'all can see Dion smiling. Dion happy as you know what. I'm not going to cuss too much on here, but Dion is very happy because he got his son in the NFL, and they hate it. There's a lot of people right now crying, oh, why they let him in? He shouldn't have got picked. Because they was counting him. They was counting him out. They was counting Shedeur Sanders. They was counting him out. They thought he wasn't going to get picked at all. I thought he wasn't going to get picked in because, you know, we knew they're blackballing him. Just call it what it is. Call it what it is. They blackballing him. I knew. I didn't know. I thought that he was not going to make it in. Because they did. They were blackballing him all the way up to this point, and look what he did. He made it. He made it. So that's why I'm looking at this. And this is what I'm going to do to all you clowns that was riding the bandwagon talking about, oh, he don't need to be in the NFL. He not good enough. He not this. What's going on now? What y'all call this now? Look at your face, because I'm happy. Look at your face. What's happening now? What's going on with y'all? Can you tell me? Oh, poor baby, poor baby. Oh, too bad, too bad, too bad. But before I get off of here, this is what y'all got to deal with, man. This is what y'all got to deal with. This is what y'all got to deal with. This is just the beginning. Look at them guys right there. Let me give them applause. Look at those guys right there. They smiling. They happy. They deserve it. They deserve it. They work their butts off. Y'all can say what y'all want. They talk trash. They having fun. Back in the day, sports, that's what it was about, having fun. They not hurting nobody. So you can't take a joke. You don't know how to clown back. They not hurting nobody. They just confident. That's what y'all scared of. They confident. They so confident that they here. Can't do nothing about it now. They in the door. This is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. That's what it is. This is really just the beginning. If you have any opinions on it, we can talk about it next week, because I'm going to get on here Monday. I'm going to talk about it again. If you want to call in, 202-573-8632. 8632. We can talk about it because I'm going to talk about it Monday morning. I'm going to be on here Monday morning. I'm going to talk about it because I love what they doing. Thank you for allowing them, and God, thank you for allowing these young gentlemen, and thank you. Now they're going to step up to the plate because they're going to put in the work like they always do. You can't stop them. All we need Shedeur to do is stay healthy, pay attention, and do your job. That's all I'm asking. I'm quite sure whoever likes you, your fans or whatever, that's all they asking. Pay attention, stay healthy, and do your job. Because then they can hate all they want. But when your actions is showing that you dominant, my brother, there's nothing that nobody can take from you. You were born with the talent. You know how to do it. Do your homework, man. I am proud of you. I am so proud of y'all as a family. Just do what you do. Because can't nobody stop y'all right now. But you guys. Y'all played it to the T all the way in. Now you're in the door. Now you're in the door. Let's give you a round of applause. Because nobody can take that from y'all. Nobody can take this from you guys. I am so happy, man. And for those that came in, I wish I would have came in and said something, and did. You come in and look, man, come on, reach out to somebody. Let's talk. Let's have a discussion. That's what this podcast is for. And I really hope that all you people that doubted him, go get your baby bottle and drink some milk. That's all I'm telling you. Go get some baby bottle. Go get your baby bottle and drink some milk. Because now it's on. The stove is hot. And the Sanders are cooking. The Sanders are cooking. You're going to have to eat the food that they giving you. They putting it on the plate. The Sanders is hot. That's what I want to hear. That's exactly what I want to hear. And I'm so thankful, guys. You guys do it again. I will be on here tomorrow. Probably come on around 9:00 tomorrow morning, or I'm not sure. No later than noon, I'll be on here. The latest is noon. I'm sorry. Between 9 and noon, I'll be on here. I'll try to put out a notice that I'm coming on. But I thank everybody that came in and tuned in. Thank you, caller, for calling in and sharing your opinions and speaking your truth to your views and your opinions of how you felt about the situation today. Thank you once again. And if anyone want to call, they can call in 202-573-8632 or send in some questions if you want to talk about a topic to Screen Time Chronicles 132@gmail.com. What I need y'all to do is go to the YouTube channel, Screen Time Chronicles, like, subscribe, and share. Make sure you hit that bell notice so that way when I come on, you'll get notified. I'm about to get out of here. I really appreciate you, all you guys. You know that? Yes, I do. So thanks for tuning in to another episode of Screen Time Chronicles Podcast. We hope you enjoy today's journey through the latest in the world events, relationships, health, and celebrity news. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share with your friends because the conversation don't stop here. Stay connected and join us on next time for more insights, laugh, and the latest headlines you need to know. Until then, take care. Keep your screen time filled with the stories that matter. I'm your host, Screen Time Amon. Good night.